De la right, my MVVs, welcome. Rumor has it that the Ooni of Ife has expressed his grief by the audacity, the effrontery, the boldness of the Council of Elders and Chief who sat in front of him and advised him to go ahead and demolish part of the Ayaba quarters to transform it into the Olori's quarters so that the Oloris can move from where they are now and go to the Ayaba quarters where they can be close to him just because the Oloris allegedly cried that it's difficult for them to see the Ooni of Ife. We heard a rumor that they cried so much that being in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, they do understand how difficult it is to see their husband, not to talk of being outside. And they cried so much that they don't want to go outside, that they are ready to be in peace with Queen Naomi. They are ready to give her boundaries. They are ready to, give her the distinction that everybody wants her to have. They are ready to have her back in the palace with Tadenikawo to help Ooni of Ife feel completely happy. They are ready to adjust as much as possible, that they are not the problem here, that Queen Naomi is the problem, that they are ready to embrace and live with Queen Naomi. But unfortunately, Queen Naomi is not ready to do that with them. And so asking them to go out of the quarters will be unfair to them, and it's going to be a disservice to the Ooni of Ife because people will think that he is the one who allowed that kind of decision. They came up with so many justifications as to why they shouldn't leave the palace, while the Council of Elders should help them and ensure that they do not leave the palace. They said the entire time they were crying so much they love their husband, they did not bargain for that. They want to stay in the palace, and Nami can come anytime, any day. She will be so welcome. She is the wife to the Ooni of Ife. They never sent her out of the palace. She was the one who decided to leave. Right now, everybody's acting as if they are the ones that asked Naomi to leave the palace. People need to understand that they have got absolutely nothing wrong and nothing to do with the fact that Naomi left. It was all her decision. Now they cried so much that they don't want to leave the palace, and they were appealing allegedly. I am not there. These are all information I'm getting right here on social media, that they were appealing that the Ooni of Ife would allow them stay in the palace. So in that regards, the elders now came together and decided that Ooni of Ife should rebuild the Ayaba quarters for them, because the quarters where Ayaba stay, it's very far away from the main mansion. Now, in the elders' humble opinion, the Ayaba quarters is very far from the main mansion. The Ooni of Ife palace is a very big place, and they say where the Ayabas are staying is far. As a matter of fact, you have to drive from where they stay to where the Ooni of Ife is staying. And so the elders are thinking, since Queen Naomi is going to stay in the main mansion with the Ooni of Ife, if Ooni of Ife would go and demolish part of the Ayaba quarters and bring the Oloris there, right inside the mansion, as in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, and probably put a fence and a gate, is going to serve this purpose that these women living outside will serve. What that means is that they will not go through the main gate. If they want to see Ooni, they'll pass through the gate that will be provided for them. That way, the entire world will know that they are still living inside the palace with the Ooni of Ife. One of those things that is scaring the women, perhaps is what people outside will say. And now when they spoke, and apparently nobody knows, it does seem as if they've had this discussion behind closed doors without the Ooni of Ife, with the Oloris, before they now came and conveyed the same message to the Ooni of Ife. And Ooni of Ife, they said, allegedly sat down there to listen to them. And if you know Ooni of Ife very well, Ooni of Ife happens to be a man of very few words. He doesn't talk. He takes his time to evaluate situation before he says anything. Now, for you to know the kind of king that the Ooni of Ife is, from when this drama happened with Olori Naomi and all of that, it's been bass all over social media. So many things have been said about the Ooni of Ife, the good, the bad, the ugly, lies on lies, on lie, and it's been so much. Have you ever heard him say a word? No, he will not talk. He's a man of many, very few words. And they said he sat down there, evaluated the whole situation very well, and decided to let them know exactly how he feels. They said he was very, very upset with the fact that his elders can consider that he should go ahead and demolish Ayaba quarters. Now, we do know that there are a lot of women inside the palace of the Ooni of Ife who are Ayabas. Now, Ayabas are the maidens, if I stand to be corrected. Like when you watch the Igbo films, you see all these maidens who are serving the king and all of that. They say in the Yoruba land, these maidens are called Ayabas. And some of them have been there for the longest of time. Some of them stay there and they get married. Some of them already have kids for the Ooni of Ife. Allegedly, that there is a twin right now inside the palace that belongs to one Ayaba, and they are asking Ooni to demolish the. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dela Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source. And still on the royals. Dela right, my Dela right, my Dela right, my super people. Dela right, my Dela right, my Dela right, my super people. Happy Good Friday to you all. I'm happy weekends to you. May God bless you. We are about to celebrate the resurrection of Christ. I hope you guys are all ready. I'm wishing you an amazing Easter. My Daylarites, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. May his resurrection, help us take all our problems to the feet of the cross in exchange for the crown of glory. To each and every one of my daily right, God is going to wear you that crown of glory. As a matter of fact, God has already won you that crown of glory. May God bless each and every one of you. As you support me, people will be out there who will support you at your times of need. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Always bear in mind I have so much respect for each and every one of you. Even for those of you who come to the channel to insult me, abuse me, and say all sort of things, even though you know that I have been saying allege, it is rumored and all of that. I still say thank you. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I thank you for engaging. I appreciate you guys so much. May God bless you. Okay, so now we are still on the issue of demolishing Ayaba quarters and all of that. They said this issue is bringing a whole lot of stuff. It is rumored that they only came out to express his grief and disappointment over some of these decisions that the elders are making. That is what is even promoting this crisis a whole lot. Now, not just in the Yoruba land, everywhere you find out that the wives to the king will always obey the orders of the king. How come every other person can obey but the wife? But the problem here, as it is rumored, is the fact that most of these elders were the ones who directly or indirectly introduced these women through different sources to the Ooni of Ife. They did it because they wanted their own share of the royal bread, and right now they are not just going to sit back and allow that pass them by. They are going to ensure that it stays, because of course we have heard what they are rumoring. Like, the women are already crying that if it is that difficult to see Ooni of Ife while they are right there in the palace, how difficult will it be for the Ooni of Ife to return back? I mean, to see them when they're outside the palace, and that is their greatest fear. And that is not because they don't want Olori Naomi to come back. We heard allegedly, it is rumored that the pro-Naomi elders are saying, why are we taking 10 steps forward and 15 steps backward? Was it not part of the palace of the Ooni of Ife that they started erecting a building for the Oloris at some point in time that was brought down by flame? The same flame that up till now nobody can really tell what actually happened. So much money was invested there. And this was the same route they were going that time because they knew that the women didn't want to stay outside and they thought that, okay, erecting that place and making it suitable for them would be okay. But because they didn't want to stay there, that place is not so far from the Ayaba quarters. They wanted to stay in the main mansion right there, where you can just pass through some different walkways to the chambers of the monarch. And so, right now, why are they going back into erecting a place in the Ayaba quarters when you're all aware that these women do not even want to stay there? That they cannot continue to make Kabiesi spend so much money that if there's even a possibility that when they do that, it's going to be brought down again by the same characters. So it is rumored that the Oni of Ife was so upset, such that he even threatened that he's going to dissolve the panel of chief and elders and form a new panel, because right now it's looking as if they have, in fact, they are no longer working for him. How where has it been heard that the Oni of Ife or the king will make a demand or place a demand on his own wives? If an ordinary man can say, my wife do this or my wife do this, and they will do, and a king's own will not be obeyed, if not for the fact that these elders are backing them, are trying to create a soft landing like this for them, a soft landing that is not going to end well. He said that he is not demolishing, he's not breaking, he is not building anything, that his word must stay this time around. If they are not ready, they should go ahead and be with the elders and do whatever they want to do. But this time, he is quite certain that what he has said is going to stand, whether they like it or yes. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.